Everyone, good to see you again. Really do appreciate it. Thanks for checking the channel out, checking this video out, and even past videos. It's really appreciated. Wanted to kind of continue in the vein of Springsteen again. We are going to visit The River from 1980, double album, well, not a double, was it double CD? Yeah, it was. I guess it was. But this was, back in 1980, some great tunes off of The River. You got The River, you've got Jackson Cage, you've got The Ties That Bind, Point Blank, Over and Over. This was one that I think that kind of, I don't want to say fell under the radar, but it definitely wasn't one of the more upbeat, poppy tunes from that record. This one's called Fade Away. Pretty straightforward, lends itself really good to the acoustic guitar, so we're going to take a closer look at this one. Simple chords, G, D, A, I think for the most part. I don't think there's much more to it. There might be a key change here and there for one of the solos or the breaks, but other than that, pretty straightforward. Again, I'll ask you, if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, leave some comments below. Would love to hear from you in terms of what you want to hear, maybe some requests I can get out to you sooner rather than later, but let me know. But in the meantime, let's jump right into this one. Fade Away by Bruce Springsteen. Okay, so let's take a closer look at this one by Springsteen, Fade Away from The River. This is one of those songs where it really lends itself to the acoustic guitar, but on the album, this song is really driven by the organ and the piano, with the 12-string kind of coming in after that at some point. So it's pretty straightforward, really simple chords. I'll show you how we do that. You've got your intro, your verse, your chorus, and then there's a bridge with an organ solo where the key does change. I would say it changes, but you're throwing in some chords you haven't really used the whole course of the song yet. So let's just kind of jump right in. I'll show you. So the intro for the song itself is going to be the organ and the piano. You'll hear that kind of come in right away. But what the chord progression that's really underneath that is the G. So it's G, D, and you're going to play those two chords 3 times. So again, it's just the G and the D 3 times, and then an A with, you can kind of throw that suspended fourth. Okay, so again, G, and I kind of hammer on the pinky just to make it a suspended fourth, just to kind of give it a little character. Right, so that's really what that is. Okay, so that's only played, that batch of chords only played once. That's the intro. So we're going to go into the verse, which is basically a mix of those chords we've already played. It's going to be G, A, and D, okay? So it's G for 1 measure, A for 1 measure, D for 2 measures, okay? So that's going to be played a total of 2 times, and then going into the chorus, all we're doing there is we're playing the G, but for twice as long, and the A for twice as long. So if we did it all together. Okay. That structure right there is your verse. You've got that, you've got your verse down, okay? The chorus is exactly what the intro is. We just went over that. I don't wanna fade away. What can I do? What can I say? And I don't wanna fade away. right? Same thing, okay? So now you've got your intro, you've got your verse, you've got the chorus, and we're going to do all of that one more time around. So you're going to have your verse, your chorus, and then the bridge, okay? The bridge, it's the same chords, but the timing is a little bit different where you've got some quick changes. So it's G, for the first time around, G, D, A, D. Okay, and then second time. So it's G, D, G, D, A. I can't believe what you say. So the G and the A are your transitions getting to go into that organ solo. Okay, the organ solo is B minor. You're going to play that 4 times. And then when you play that 4 times, you're going to the E minor. Back to the A suspended 4th, back into the A. From there, where are we going? You're going right back into the verse, basically. Okay? So it's the verse. So everything at that point now we've played. We've got the intro, we've got the verse, you've got the chorus. We're going to play that all together again. Then you're going to come to that bridge, which we just went over, really straightforward, to the organ solo. And then you're back out. I think there's one more verse, which we've already done. And then you've got the outro, which is just a chorus, basically. So, you know, in a nutshell, pretty straightforward, simple chords, open chords. And you've got this song, Fade Away, you know, ready to go in your back pocket. Hope you enjoyed this one. Thank you, New Jersey. Okay, just kidding. Hey, thanks for checking the channel out again. Really do appreciate it. Gonna run through. I think you might not think it's easy, but it is kind of easy. It's being you can do it on the acoustic guitar. Is "Born to Run" by Springsteen. So yeah, I know we're all familiar with the tune from the album "Born to Run" from '75. You know that the wall of sound, the whole thing. So there's a lot going on in that song. You know, guitar-wise, it's probably somewhere tucked in between, you know, saxophone, piano, organ, and everything else going on in that tune. This is now just strictly, you know, acoustic guitar. And if you're a Springsteen fan and you follow him, you know that back in '88, he did a completely different version of Born to Run on the Tunnel of Love tour. And I think it was released, I believe it was in LA. I don't know if it was at the Forum, the over there, or the sports arena, whatever it was called back then. There was 2 different arenas, but it was in LA. And that tour, I mean, he stripped down. You know, he did a lot of changes that tour. I mean, members of the E Street Band were in different positions on the stage than they had been in ever. He had the horn section. There was a lot going on there, and it was just kind of a telltale sign how things were changing for him and the band. And sure enough, soon after that, you know, he kind of, I don't say he fired everybody, but he definitely went in a different direction with a different band and all that, and, you know, off we go. So, but, you know, his version from that tour, completely different key. And I actually have a tutorial, not a tutorial, actually a video I did with my buddy Frank from the quarantine sessions a few months ago, and the link is right there. If you want to check that out, which was the different, you know, key of G. It was. So right then and there, it was all different. So instead of this high octane, 0 to 60 in your car on Route 9, he stripped it down and slowed it down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do how I've been playing it in several different bands of mine. I keep the key the same in E as it is on the album. I don't really slow it down. I kind of keep it moving forward at a pretty good pace. Just playing the same chords, maybe variations to the chords, especially keeping as many open strings as I can, just to kind of give it the sound of a 12 string or maybe even a second guitar going. So I try to just make it fun and lively, and it seems to go over well. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So again, I really appreciate everybody checking this out. Please like, subscribe. Let me know if you have any requests down below. Would love to know if you have any. Also, let me know if I'm right or wrong in terms of the arena. That acoustic version from '88 was recorded, and it was in LA. I just don't remember what building it is down. That's going to bother me. So please let me know. So let's take a closer look at this, and off we go. Okay, so let's take a closer look at how I play Born to Run on the acoustic guitar versus how you probably are used to hearing it, on the album or live by Springsteen. And it follows the same roadmap basically, but I just kind of do things a little bit differently because with just the acoustic guitar, I want to make it sound fatter and bigger. So there's a couple things that I've done and I do on the acoustic just to kind of give it the perception that maybe there could be a guitar doubled up here and there, or make it sound like a 12 string. But it's, again, same key. We're playing the same chords and notes for the most part. The sax solo doesn't exist in this version that I do, so it just kind of, we get rid of it. But it's pretty cool. So basically, again, we're starting off with the E, right? So just the E. And instead of just picking the individual notes, which you could do, I'm just playing, and I just do the E to a suspended fourth. Okay, so instead of doing the individual notes, to a suspended A2, again, that kind of gives it that bit of a bigger, fatter sound. And then going to a B, instead of just playing a traditional B, I actually just take this suspended shape right here, and I just move it up to the 4th fret, the whole thing. So it definitely got more of a chimey sound to it. So again, E, suspended 4th, E, A sus2, B, suspended. I don't know which one that would be. It's sus2 basically, with an added open E and B. I don't know how that would work, but and then what I do for the turnaround here, something a little bit that I just kind of figured out on my own too. I will go from that B, instead of back to the E, I go. So now I'm adding my pinky to the B string on the 5th fret, sliding it to the 4th, so that E string is still open. So that's really the intro right there. 3 chords, 3 notes, and it's going to continue through the verse as well. So the verse is the same thing. Typically on the record, it's just strumming that E, and you've got everything else around that chord being played between drums and organ and piano and everything else. You can't let that happen here, so you've got to kind of just chug along with it. So same chord shapes, just playing them a little bit differently. I'm kind of just playing with the chug, just kind of repeated strokes. Okay, you're going to go into that pre-chorus / chorus phase of things now. And I'm going to play that for you once, just because to just go through it slowly, I just can't remember everything. It's got to be happening all at once. But it's basically starting off on an A. do I do there? I'm playing an A, C sharp minor, F sharp minor, back to the C sharp minor. Where am I going from there? Back to the E. I told you I can't do it slow in my head. It just takes me forever. So E, and then I end it with a D, and I just kind of do some hammers and pulls, just to, again, for more of a turnaround. So again, A. We're going to repeat it for the most part identically. Instead of going back to that D, we're going to a C sharp minor 7, so no pinky. All right, let's do it again. To your A, to the B, and back to your signature E. Let's do that. Let's do that section, that pre-chorus section together, both of them, okay? So again, Sprung from Cages on Highway 9. One time around, let's do the other one. Go to the C sharp minor. A. Wanna know if love is real. And that's your turnaround right back into the next verse, which is the second verse. So again. Right, we're gonna do that again, okay? Okay, stay in that shape for the verse. We're going into the chorus again. Same thing we just went over. The A, C sharp minor, F sharp minor, C sharp minor, E, to your D. Back again. A, C sharp minor, F sharp minor, C sharp minor, back to the E. Now, again, instead of the D, we go to a C sharp minor 7th, no pinky. To the A, to the B. Again, how I'm playing the B here, just that. Back to the E. And then you get to the bridge, which is Beyond the Palace. So there's 4 chords, I guess, best way to describe it, for the Beyond the Palace. Okay? It starts on a D to a G, and I'm playing these a certain way for a reason. I'll show you. Your D to the G. And how I'm playing the G is my 2 fingers up here. Pinky is on the high E on the first string. Everything else is open. That's not doing anything just yet. To your A. And it's a C that I play, but I'm barring, instead of playing a C bar chord like this, I'm actually taking this and I'm just playing the 3 strings here. So it's your B, your G, and your D strings. Okay? So, and then I'll show you why we're doing it this way. So again, D, G, or I should say G, A, C. Okay, and I'm going to play it for you now. All I'm doing here is I'm actually, every chord is starting on a suspended version of that chord. So got the D shape, it's a D sus4 to a D. Say Same thing with this G. Okay, we've got the G shape, but you're starting with it. You're going to have your index finger on the B string. A suspended fourth. Again, just adding that pinky already to the beginning of it on the 3rd fret, 2nd string. And release. And then the same thing we're doing there, we're going to just slide it up to the 5th fret. Right, so it's... Ooh. Right, and that's the bridge right there. So again, your D, G, ooh, A, I think I should play that twice, the whole, during the whole bridge. But and then from there it goes into, this is where actually on the album version now, this is where I start changing things around, being that I'm just playing on an acoustic guitar. It'll go into the how's it actually? It goes into that. Right, that whole thing with the runs here. So what I'm doing instead is I just kind of go right to an E, and I just kind of randomly picked E. I think only because it's the tonic note, the root for the whole song, and I just kind of mess around with it. And we play around with that because even when going back into the last verse, even if you've seen Springsteen live, you know that when they're on that E, he's waving to the crowd here, he's waving to the crowd here, he's doing all kinds of things. It's never the same amount of time. So he's just holding that, and whoever the whole band is holding it, and he comes in with the 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's the cue. So you can be on this 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're actually going to be right on that E anyway for the verse. The highway's jammed, That's your last verse you're going into right there, and you're going to play everything we've just already played before. So, so you're going to go into, your chorus, your pre-chorus, your chorus. There is a slight variation now as we're going out of this. Okay, we're going to be adding a C sharp minor. So we're used to playing. So it's let me see if I can get this right now because I don't have any notes in front of me. So you're adding a C sharp in here, and now I'm drawing a blank on where this is going now. Actually, hold one moment, please. I got to go back and look at my notes now for this one. Actually, all right, I'm back. Figured it out. I just had to play because I haven't played this in a while. So instead of going your E, A, B, you're actually throwing that C sharp minor after the E. So it's, baby, we were born to run. Yes, baby, we were born to run. Just like us, baby. You play that twice, I believe. If not, it's 3 times. Just listen to the album, though. But that's all it is. So instead of holding that E for 2 measures, A and B, you're now going to be E to the C sharp, to the A, to the B. And that's your tune. Come here.
No.
Say hi. You just seem to have the perfect timing when we do these.
Wait. Hello, pizza.
Your favorite special guest back again. So that's it. So that's really the structure of the song. So hopefully this helped you out there. It's really straightforward when you do it on acoustic guitar because you're not really fighting with, the sax solo and the organ and the keyboards, everything going on there. So this should give you a good, breakdown in terms of just kind of the bones of the song and how to do it. So again, key of E though, and you're kind of playing everything for the most part in that key. So hopefully this helped you out. Hey everybody, thanks for checking the channel out again. Really do appreciate it. I'm Rich. This is Six String Fun. If you haven't done so already and you like the channel and you like the videos and the content, please like, subscribe, hit the bell. I'm trying to put out a couple of videos every week if I can, 1 to 2. A lot of lessons, tutorials, and some songs. There'll be some other things coming down the road as well. But again, going back into that path I'm going down right now with Springsteen, like I've done with some of the other videos. This one is called official title, 4th of July, Asbury Park, or sometimes just known as Sandy, off the Wild, the Innocent, and E Street Shuffle album. Great album. I mean, between this song, Incident, Rosie, New York City Serenade, just to name a couple. Well, there's only 7 songs on the album, but still some great ones. Great tune, great boardwalk tune, great Jersey Shore tune, I think. So, I'm going to walk you through this tune. Pretty straightforward. Key of C, and we're playing the C chords, F, G, A minors in there. Those are the main ones, basically. So if you can play those chords and you know this song, I think you can probably pull this one off pretty easily. So why don't we just jump right into this one, and I'll show you how I do it. All right, so let's just jump into this one. Pretty straightforward. If you know your key of C and you know, 4 or 5 chords at the most, your C, your F, G, A minor, and I'm going to show you a couple different ways you can actually play the turnaround coming out of the chorus back into the verse. You can kind of keep it simple with just those 4 chords, or if you want to throw in, I think what's being played on the album, we can do that too, but I'll leave that up to you, but I'll give you the options as we go through it, okay? So the song starts off on a C. So the first couple chords are going to be your C to an F and then back to the C. So really, when you listen to it, and you can play that F a couple different ways. It might be, sometimes just playing a bar chords are easier, but if you want to just, for efficiency, you might want to just, kind of do your C this way, and then just kind of play that F triad as well. I'll leave that up to you though, but it's a C and an F, back to a C. Oh, Sandy, fireworks are hailing. Alright, so that's how the song is going to start. And you can do a couple hammers and pulls just for, dynamics. Again, if you're just doing this on the acoustic guitar, anything that you do with that's going to just sound fine, I think. And then you're going to change to an A minor. G. So it's 5 chords right there. Your C, well, I should say 4 chords. Your C, your F, back to the C, an A minor, and a G. So let's put it all together. Sandy, fireworks are hailing over Little Eden tonight. For that G, what I'm playing is I'm playing it probably not the traditional way you might do it. I'm basically playing it with 2 fingers. I've got my ring finger on the 6th string 3rd fret, and I've got my pinky on the same fret on the high E. All right, and then I'm using the other 2 to hammer and pull off on the 2nd string 1st fret and the 2nd fret 4th string. Okay, and you're going to play that progression twice. And you're going to play that 2 times around. Now, the second time around, it's going to be your pre-chorus, basically, okay? So if we came out of that A minor and G again, here's where it changes. so what did we do? That pre-chorus is an F to a G. Okay, back to a C. And what I do is I walk it down to the A minor. Okay, so on the A string, it's the 3rd fret, 2nd fret open, which gets you to that A minor chord. Okay, so together. To G. All right, now that's basically your verse and your pre-chorus, okay? Chorus is very simple. It's a lot of repetitive chords, basically, centered around the F and the C. Okay, so when the chorus kicks in, it's going to be F, C, F, C. All right. To a G. And then you do it again. F, C, F, C, F, C. Instead of going to a G, you're going to an F. One more time. So again, that pre-chorus, or I should say the chorus, I don't know how many bars it is actually, but I kind of do everything just in terms of chunks. So what I'm doing is that first part of the chorus, again, it's going to be F, C, F, C, landing on the G, right? And then it's going to be F, C, F, C, landing on the F. And then one more time, F, C, F, C, back to the G. So I'll play it all together for the chorus. Now you can do this coming out two different ways. I can play it on the F. Sha-la-la-la. Again. Oops, let's try again. Back into the verse, okay? Instead of playing F, G, and C, I think you can be a little more accurate if you wanted to play, oops, not that. Hey, Cindy girl. What I'm doing there is to keep it simple. It's a D minor and it's a G7. So it's your typical, instead of playing a G like this, you know, your pinky here, I just move it down to the F. Okay? Excuse me. So that's how I do that. Okay? Now that verse, the pre-chorus, and the chorus, it's just one big pattern. You do that whole piece, and that's your song 3 times. So again, if you were to play through what we just did 3 times, that's going to take you from start to finish. The only difference being is that 3rd time around in the verse, dynamics change a little bit. That's all. Instead of just kind of strumming really, you just maybe pick it a little bit. Again, make this your own. I mean, I'm kind of, this is how I've done it. You can do it this way. Maybe this gives you an idea to do it a different way, but that's how I would go about it. So again, for this song, the verse is, I'm going to break the verse down into 2 different parts. Well, I should say the verse is just one part, really. It's going to be C. Second time around, you're going into the pre-chorus. So that's your pre-chorus. You play that once. You can hold that G as long as you want, basically. But if you listen to the record, it's not that long, okay? And then we're going into the chorus, like I mentioned. So the chorus revolves heavily around the F and the C chords, only being changed basically by the G and the F at the end, you know, tagging each of those lines. So it's we'll sing. That's the song structure. So you play that whole those pieces, the verse, the pre-chorus, and the chorus. Put that all together, and then you play that 3 times. That's your entire song right there. So, but listen to the album. This is in the same key as the album, so I'm playing the same chords. Make it your own, and I think that's how I would. Let's try that again. That's how I think I would go about doing it. Pretty stripped down, very simple. Again, we're talking Springsteen. He's not playing modes. He's not playing F-sharp open chords, things like that. So it's pretty straightforward, you know, and that's how I would go about doing it. Welcome back. Really do appreciate you checking out the channel once again. Really quick, and I think a very easy lesson right now for this video. And we're going to go down that road of Springsteen one more time, but we're going to the Tunnel of Love album. I've done a couple of other videos from Tunnel of Love, you know, one being One Step Up, which one of my favorite tunes. Link is right there, so check that out. But this one, probably one of the deeper cuts in general in the Springsteen catalog. It's called Ain't Got You. Again, off the Tunnel of Love album. 3 chords, power chords, G5, C5, and the D5, right? If you know your power chords, this will be a really easy tune. If not, I have a cheat we can do later on where you'll use a capo and you'll play some other chords that'll get you in the same key, basically. And hopefully that'll help you out. So let's stop talking and we're going to get right into it. Okay, so we're going to take a closer look here on how I go about playing Ain't Got You by Springsteen off the Tunnel of Love album. 3 chords, if you know your power chords. G, C, and the D. Okay, now, if you know the song, then you probably already know that the beginning, the first verse is just Springsteen on the vocals and really just him snapping his fingers. So it's, I got the fortunes of, right? And he's doing that the whole first verse, right? So he's doing that, and then just really the first thing you're going to play is when the guitar comes in, is that C5, which leads into the main chord, which is that G. So I've got the fortune, right? Goes through all that. The only thing I ain't got, baby, I ain't got you. So all we're doing there is power chord. Index finger on the 6th string on the 6th fret. Let's try that again. Index finger on the 6th string on the 3rd fret, right here. And then I play it with the pinky on the 5th string, 5th fret. That's how I play all my power chords, basically. It's just easier for me. Some people like to use the ring finger and the index finger. I like using index finger and pinky. It just seems to work better for me. All right. So we're going to come out of the Ain't Got You. So I suggest listening to the song to get that pattern down. There is probably more palm muting than there is actually playing the chords in the song. So that's kind of the vibe to this song the whole way. So he's in the verse. So that C, you move to the C after that, you're on that G, right? So listen to the song. But it, ain't got you. So that C is almost just like a turnaround at points, okay, for that main chord, which is the G5 right here, right? So then you get to the bridge. So really that G and that C is all you're playing for the chorus and the verse. And again, that first verse, there isn't even guitar, just a cappella based and some snapping for the percussion sake of things, all right? So when it goes into the bridge, you're playing the C5 to the G5. You're going to do that 3 times. I got the... So after the 3rd time, again, you're going to go back to the C. So instead of going C, G, you're going to go C, D. So again, the bridge is C to G 3 times. C, G, C, G, C, G. And then that 4th time, you're going to the C to the D. Back to the G. Ain't got you. And then it just kind of fades out from there. So really, that's it. That's the entire song. It's just those 3 chords. And that D, you're only playing 1 time. It's just in the bridge. So everything else is just the G, the C, and the G and the C. So very Springsteen-esque, where it's just like very, very basic, but man, it just works very well with what he's writing. So again, for this tune, G, C, to the D, which is only played 1 time. That's it. So that's it. So go back, listen to the tune. If you like this, if you like that tune, hopefully this will help you out. Really straightforward. And I did say earlier on that I would just show you a cheat way to do this with a capo. So why don't we just take a quick look at that? I'll show you how that. All right. So I've got the capo on now. So really, what we're going to do is we're just going to. So let me take it off real quick and show you. I know we talked about a G5, right? So really, the full G is this, right? All right. So if we put the capo back on, that capo's taking the place of the index finger. All you gotta do is play your E chord. And you've got your G chord right there, right? So if you really want to cheat on this, you can play power chords like this. Just open E string, and then just fret the 5th string, 5th fret. Again, you're playing the same 2 strings, but we're just rearranging how we're positioning our fingers a little bit differently. So instead of like this, I'm just doing this here. And then we do the same thing, just the A shape. So if you go through it one more time like we just did. Ain't got you. Got the... So we're playing the same song in the same key. We're just using a little bit easier chord shapes if it's easier for you. That's all we're doing here. The only tricky thing here is that, if you wanted to truly, we go from here to here, and that D5 we talked about, this is still your D5 right here, right? Regardless of the capo, I'm still playing a D5. You can still pull that off there if you want. But if that's too much to do, just bring this chord, slide it down 2 frets, right? So it's kind of a cheat way to get a D chord out of it if you don't really know your bar chords or your power chords. So watch. Ain't got you. Now if we go to the bridge, right so far, same thing. So you're kind of, it's a cheat. It's not perfect because you got to watch that open A string. But if you just kind of play the middle strings here, you can get away with that, okay? So again, if you're not good with your power chords, bar chords, that is one way to get around it in general for this tune, okay? So hopefully this helped you out. If you have any requests, questions, comments, whatever it might be, let me know in the comments below. I love hearing from everybody. So, sometimes, I get some good ideas for songs in the future. So let me know. Would love to try to, do some requests if I can. But in the meantime, I'll keep it simple on the acoustic guitar for the most part, and we'll move forward from there, right? So thanks very much. See you next time.